the multiverse was such a cop-out in that movie to include all these characters, and I do think that it was well received, obviously. And here's the thing. You can look at my notes. I will still watch No Way Home again and again and enjoy the crap out of it.
Yeah, me too.
But I still think that it was cheap to bring these characters back. We all love seeing Toby. We all love seeing Andrew. We love seeing Willem Dafoe. But then you get into the questions of, like, why didn't you include other people? Why is it only these people? And I know we'll talk about this in the live action to animation. No, from animation. Live action from animation remakes is like the Lion King remake having James Earl Jones still be Mufasa. What about anyone else? Why did no one else get the same casting as they did from the original? Why did only he get that privilege? It's because he's James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
So the story was good for the Spider-Man. I mean, the Spider-Verse is all about this. The Spider-Man character is interesting because it has the possibility of having so many different Spider-Men. And the fact that we had two other ones previously set up for a good story that included them and, you know, told a little bit about how they changed over time, being, you know, pulling your punches, and how Tobey's Spider-Man was changed and felt lost like he did and all that. Another aspect of it is, like, raising the bar so high that Spider-Man 4 is going to have to be better than that. And that's something you've talked about at length. But also just, backing up to, like, why not including other people from previous movies is, like, why did you choose those specifically five, to come back as villains instead of six, making the Sinister Six, and why are they all, like, the way the story fell apart, I think, is where they were just like, oh, I'm evil now, and we're all going to work together to fight these Spider-Men. I think the final fight was a big nostalgia grab for the sake of, like, Tobey fighting Sandman, Andrew fighting Electro, but you have to do that. If you build the story up, if you're welcoming that has to be done. And I've ranted about, like, the way that it was composed, not the music, but, like, when Andrew jumps through the portal, he's just, like, standing there and doing an idol pose while everyone in the audience is clapping. Yeah. I think that should have been cut for the home release, but even then, it was still hype to see him. Like, everyone wants Spider-Man to get another movie, everyone wants Andrew to get another movie, because he was a good cast. Yeah. But I still think that you can't have all of these characters getting rebooted. I have my thoughts on reboots, and specifically, like, the Batman, and if James Gunn is going to bring the Batman into the DCU. He's not. He said he's not. But then we're going to have multiple Batman, multiple Jokers. It's like, it's getting frustrating. Yeah. Sorry, I've been talking too long.
I mean, it's funny that you brought up Venom being the sixth member, because I still find it hilarious that, you know, Sony pretty much lobbed up Venom to be used in No Way Home,
and then just put him in a
and then No Way Home completely ignored that until the post-credits scene.
And then it's funny when Venom 3 came out, they're like, I guess he's in a bar, and we'll go with that as the opening scene. Like, it makes sense, but we didn't want that. We wanted you to use him, pretty please.
I loved how, I mean, this is a side tangent, but I loved how Venom called out the multiverse crap in Venom 3. Yeah. That was a better joke than Deadpool and Wolverine calling out the multiverse. Yeah. Because Deadpool and Wolverine was still a multiverse movie. Yeah. So it was a more fulfilling joke for Venom to do it and then not be a multiverse film. Yeah.
We should have talked about, maybe we still can, the Void in Loki and Deadpool and Wolverine for just having a bunch of... Those are more cameos.
Yeah, those are just cameos.
Yeah. So. Never mind. But still, it warrants the usage of Deadpool and Wolverine, bringing back those characters saying, oh, we've been in the Void. But I also think the introduction of the Void was probably a mistake on Loki's part for the sake of...
Oh, really?
The implications that it has further down the road.
Okay.
I don't know.
I guess we can talk about that in a future episode.
Sure.
But, yeah, what do I think about the villains? I mean, to me, it makes sense why they picked the villains they did. Because I feel like people don't really care for the villains that they didn't bring back. Like...
The difference between Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin and the other one,
Dane something. You're talking about the one in the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone wanted to see him come back.
Yeah. But if he was disliked and Electro was disliked, why did they bring back Electro? Give him a revamp. You know, he looks different. He doesn't look like his transparent
Jamie
blue.
Foxx. That's probably the only reason there.
So what we're saying is, wherever you rank on the scale of popularity as a celebrity,
Yeah.
depends on how this movie is going to be written and played out with who gets to come back.
Tell me I'm wrong.
He's Jamie Foxx.
And, I mean, no one really liked Topher Grace's Venom.
No.
He wasn't very popular. I mean, we didn't need the big mech rhino. So
No.
it makes sense why they chose the 5 villains they did. Because they were either well-received villains or popular celebrities.
Yeah.
Lizard's an interesting choice. I mean, I feel like he was well-received enough.
Enough that he was a tertiary character in
Yeah.
No Way Home. Like, he wasn't that main.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those characters were just kind of there, which kind of annoyed me.
Yeah.
Him and Sandman especially were just there.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Sandman's always been...
Thomas Hayden Church
Interesting.
wasn't even on set.
No, I know. And he was one of those... Even, he went through the same thing as he did in Spider-Man 3, where he's like, I don't know if I'm evil. Like,
Yeah.
you're just kind of fighting me because I'm a big, dangerous monster, and I don't really have a moral reason to be fighting you.
I know I'm repeating what we talked about way back in the No Way Home episode.
Yeah.
But remember the rewrite I told you about?
The rewrite.
Where they added a scene with Green Goblin and Sandman. This is a Nando rewrite. Where Green Goblin basically, essentially like blackmail, or not blackmail.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
threatens Marco's daughter.
Yeah.
And then Marco's like, but you're going to be dead when we get back to our universe. And then Green Goblin's just like, but do you really know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
that would have made Marco's motivations more clear than for just him to be, beat people up. That's all he was doing there. So
Yeah.
kind of as you were saying, and kind of as I already said about No Way Home, you know, it's mid-writing, but it was great to see all these characters back. And I'll watch that movie again and again and again.